All right, guys, we are getting down to the wire. Last couple days giving this thing away. My 1200 horsepower turbo LSG body. We've never given away a vehicle like this before. Really, it's all custom build. It's a street strip. It pulls wheelies. You can do no prep with it. You can't duplicate this unless you build it or pay someone to build it just like this. So we're giving it away. And you guys can go to lsnc.com to get entered to win. This is our bonus wheel. So what we do here is we spin this guy. Whatever it lands on, every order placed today, we'll have it included in that order. So let's see what you guys are going to get if you place an order today. lsnc.com to win brown sugar. It is 6 times entries. Dude, what the heck? 6 times entries today. You guys have seen this video Wednesday. We have a lot going on. This thing right here, it's pretty badass. QO1 suspension all around, front, back, all 4 corners. A 94mm turbo, Holley EFI, Holley high ram. It's got a 408 stroker, aftermarket case power glide, PTC converter, TRZ manual brakes. It's got Kirky seats in there. It's got new belts. What else has it got? Oh, it's got the, what is it, the Broham interior, button tuck seats. It's on a set of double beadlock wheels. I mean, honestly, this thing is bad to the bone. Oh, it's got a vinyl top too. It comes with a hood. I haven't put the hood on it yet because I like to show off the engine bay and this massive turbo because people go crazy. The wipers work, the headlights work, the brake lights work. Real deal street car. It can be yours. lsnasty.com today is 6 times entries. So every dollar you spend will get you 6 entries. Plus we have hoodies up on the site. Very limited quantity of hoodies. So if you want the hoodies, you better get them quick before they're gone. So let's just keep rolling in today's video. We're in crunch time. We need to leave for Charlotte tonight or first thing in the morning. We have to be at Brown & Miller at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I know what you guys are saying. Why are you guys going to Brown & Miller when you guys have a crimper here? We do have a crimper here, but we're going to use some like really custom like one-off fittings that they have in stock and we don't. So we got our poor Miller welder. This thing is struggling right now. Something's wrong with it. It has no AC balance, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's shooting sparks out while Matt's welding. I don't know if you guys can see. Not supposed to be doing that. Not okay. What's up with the sparks? Is that like a new kind of stick welding?
I don't know. It's acting like it's the metal super contaminated, but it's all fresh, brand new, cleaned with acetone and everything.
Yeah, and you can tell like the welds are just not looking like.
So now it's got AC balance, but now it's not adjustable because like it's cleaning, but you go one way to the other and it just doesn't change. So it's kind of like however it wants to.
Yeah, something's wrong with it. Right before I picked up the camera, it was doing this weird thing where as it was welding, it was like, don't make a meme of that. But that's what it was doing. A lot more difficult to weld like that, isn't it? Yeah. You really can't do anything. So what we're doing today is we're just finishing, really making sure everything gets done and is ready to be plumbed. We got to mount our MAC valves. We got our bottle in there. We got our lever in there. We got the shifter in there. We're going to be doing some really cool CO2 line stuff up at Brown & Miller. We're going to do, I think it's -4 line. So all the CO2 line up front is going to be all Brown & Miller. Inside the car we'll use soft line. We got one of the valve covers up over here, which we talked about in yesterday's videos. We got these on. We spent a good portion of today ordering parts. We got our billet atomizer screw-in 700s. They came in, so big shout out to billet atomizer. They're the only injector we run. We literally run them in everything. So really like using them. Customer service is great. They work great. We've had great success with them. So big shout out to billet atomizer. Let's see what else. We're still waiting on some hardware from a caster car. We got the seat kind of like tentatively in there, but we'll have it like fully installed here shortly. Oh, I think I got a package from Motion Raceworks. So let's see if I can get my parachute stuff all done up. Alright guys, so I ordered some parachutes from Motion Raceworks. I'm sorry if the videos are kind of like raw. We've just been, literally Matt and I have just been in here working like on everything. It actually wasn't from Motion Raceworks. It was some stuff I ordered for Holley. So this is the Colorado shelf. As you can see, I got a bunch of parts on here for the Colorado. Let's see, what else? This is the Blizzard cart. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is what I got for the Blizzard. So as you guys know, we are going with the Roots blower. and with a roots blower, you have to have fuel above it. Mechanical injection, they just have some jets above it, but we're not running mechanical injection. We're running EFI with a Holley lower. So we're gonna have a set of billet atomizers in the lower. You need to have fueling for above the blower. So Holley makes this 1471, or they call it like a 1071 or 671 adapter plate. So you have to put fuel above it. So we'll run a set of Bosch 210s above the blower, and then we will run a set of billet atomizers in the lower manifold to do the actual fueling. So this will be for lubrication and cooling of the blower and some additional fueling, but it just kind of goes wherever the hell it wants. So that's pretty badass. Shout out to Holley. It's a pretty nice piece. Comes with, you know, their nice fuel rails, nice billet piece, and yeah, that solves the problem. So we're gonna have it'll be a carbon blower hat. Then it'll be this. Then it'll be the small spacer for the straps, because we're going to put straps on the blower in case it ever pops off. And then it'll be the blower that sits on top of the billet piece that sits on top of the Holley high ram. So this thing will be quite tall and impressive in size when we're done with it, hopefully. So that's a nice little piece there. What's extremely funny to me is, since I got that in and looked at it, Matt, you want to show them what you did in 2 minutes, just to kind of, you were like, hey, why don't we just make it? And I'm like, oh, I'll just buy it.
Yeah, this is like no shit. John was on the phone. Who were you on the phone with?
I was on the phone with Chris.
Yeah, within
the first 2 minutes of being on the phone with Chris, he's like, hey, come look at this. Because I was telling Chris I just got this badass billet piece. So Matt literally just made it. So, you know, if we get a CNC here, I guess our abilities are endless. Especially once I learn how to draw in CAD too. Once
draw a square.
All right, here you take the camera. Don't sit. This is David's seat. David hasn't been around, so we just destroyed his seat with some aluminum shavings. All right, so draw a square.
Yeah.
So
give me a 3x3.
Are you going to you're just setting me up for failure? You're not going to do anything. You're not going to give me any sort of advice.
No, remember we did a training course 101 when
don't
we
I do design?
Nope.
No, don't I do this?
Yeah, there you go. Create a sketch.
There it is.
And then on your plane.
All right, so I want to go top.
No.
No,
yeah, you're done.
Front is what I'm looking for.
Sure.
You want a square? You want a 3x3 square?
Yep.
So can't I do metal?
Yeah, you got to click on your plane though.
Like
there
right
you go.
Here?
Yep. There you go.
Right here?
No, that's your plane.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right, so right there.
Yep.
So you want a 3x3 square?
Yep.
So I'm gonna go line.
Nope. Center rectangle.
Centered rectangle.
Yep.
Just gotta start here.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna go.
Now drag it over.
You said 3x3.
Yeah.
Okay,
can't I do 5? You can do it whatever you want, bud.
Okay. You want a 3" by 3".
Yeah. So type in 3.
So,
see how this one's highlighted?
So
type in 3.
I got it. Hold on.
Oh, you don't.
No. Hold on. No. Don't be a bad instructor here. You can't.
I'm
say,
literally
okay.
telling you how to do it. This is how
John.
John does it. He's like, oh, here you do it. And I was like, no, you do this. No, he's like, no, you click on this. No, this is it.
Listen, everything is reversible. It's a 3x3.
Click 3. Tab.
Where's tab?
Click 3. There you go.
Dude, I told you that's all I needed to do.
All right, now make it 3 inches tall.
So don't have to go to the side.
No. Right click. Out. There you go. Press pull. Click on the face. All right, now rotate to the side. Shift. Center mouse button. Rotate it. Keep going. All right. A little, not like that. There you go. All right, now click on that face. Just one click.
Oh, I'm like clicking and dragging.
Yeah, you're like doing all.
Whoa! Press pull. Oh, right here.
Yeah,
press pull.
Yeah, you got it kind of like all.
I'm like double press pulling.
Yeah. There you go. One click. There
Boom! Look at that. I am Captain CAD. Oh, it's tab. Oh, is it shift or is it tab? Hold on. Shift. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Hey. Can you believe people pay to go to school and I just did that right there? How many classes do you think to make a square?
I just one, because it's one class.
No, I'm saying for like the general public, like
probably,
to go.
Probably like 50.
Yeah. So I'm CAD drawing. Okay, so now we got that out the way.
Got some stuff done on Slick Rick. We got our scavenge pump mounted here. Got our fitting there for that. Got our fuel tank done. Got our vent, return, fuel pressure regulator mounted. So the line's gonna come out here.
Oh wow, that is, I didn't see it. You mounted that. That is just the coolest thing ever. Just the straight up fitting.
Done.
That's simplicity.
So We got this. It's gonna outlet here, so probably go with like a 60 or maybe even a 90, and then come down, loop up, ORB fitting here. The fitting should be pretty in line right there. So because this one's going to be this way and this one's going to come out, so you have to take out the fitting. Fuel pressure regulators mounted here. The line, so the plan is come out of the pump into the inlet of the filter, out of the filter, up under the intake into this rail, to the rear, cross over, come out this
whoa,
one.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You got to dual feed all the rails. You got to dual feed everything.
Yeah.
Tell the people.
You don't.
Okay. Continue.
Out of here, down behind this bar, over here, into the top of this. This one has a 12-to-6 fitting. It's going to come out of the bottom, go up under here, follow the same routing as this line for the return, go under here, split from our 6-to-4 little fitting here. I got these, and I don't like the Y because you can't ever get, you can put two 45s on a Y, but it just doesn't ever, it's not symmetrical. So these, you put two little straight fittings, so that's going to be like just kind of chilling right there. We'll probably let the line hold it, zip tie it all together, come out, 2 -4s are here. That's that. -4 feed line is going to come down through here for the CO2, tee off right here into our inlet. So one inlet's going to be here. We're going to have CO2 pressure that's going to have another MAC valve mounted here to go our blow-off valve, and then the other side of the running tee will go to our RAF sensor block for our CO2 pressure. Turbo feed out of the bottom, crossover to the turbo. It's got another little -4 fitting on the bottom that's going to go to the rear bulkhead under the intake for the oil pressure. Oil pump.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, no.
No?
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm not talking to you.
Oil pump outlet is going to come up here. Try to maybe get tight right here to in. Out. It's going to go to that. Turbo.
Compact.
Huh?
Very compact.
Very compact. Whole lot of fittings in a short amount. We got our -16 or -20 feed going down like that, and then we have this welded on the bottom, and it's gonna come out like that. It looks very tight on camera, but it's actually not. So we'll probably do maybe a 90 right there, like a ORB 90, like bam. So
and then we're gonna do the burn down stuff with like a 90-degree fitting here, and then like a 60-degree fitting there.
90 on the firewall.
90 on the firewall. Oh, I see what you're saying, to have it a little bit more flexible. And then we talked about these in yesterday's video where we're not gonna have to take the actual fitting off. And then I think Matt also mentioned that he does 3D print some things for these. If you guys have these and you're like, oh man, I hate having to take the valve cover off to fill oil, just send Matt an email. And I don't know, are you selling those?
I guess I could.
Good. Matt's kind of like me with a lot of stuff where like I don't sell a lot of stuff, but here shortly we are going to be selling a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Nasty Racing Products and RCR are going to really spearhead in this.
A lot of innovative designs and some stuff that you guys haven't seen, some stuff that's already out there, but you know, want to put our spin on it and make it better.
We're out here racing. We haven't really raced in a few months, I would say, because we've been working on stuff heavy.
Yeah.
But we're going to really get back to racing. We have a lot of data on this stuff because we race with it. We understand how to make it better, how to make it more user friendly, or you know, I really wish this thing was set up like that. Just make my whole life a whole lot easier. So we're really going to try to offer you products that we feel like make our race program better to then make your race program better.
Yeah, and then like I said, other products. You know, there's some of the products that we're looking into that are already out there, but we feel that we can make them substantially better, higher quality, and at a better price point. So that's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Except for the other guys selling them.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's one of those things, like, you know,
competition's good.
Competition is good.
It's what we do. We're in competition for a living. We're out there racing. So,
yeah.
And some other news. Got the converter back from Pete over at Circle D. So the ass whoopings will continue. Very excited. This is actually the bolt together converter for the Blizzard. I have a bunch of his converters here. So here's just two options. We'll talk about Circle D real quick. This is the non-bolt together version.
That's a nice D.
Yeah. We're going to be giving everyone the D here shortly. Thanks to Pete.
Pete's really hooking us up.
Pete does a really good job. Customer service is great. I probably drive him nuts by asking him a bunch of questions, but I feel like you got to ask the questions sometimes. So that right there, this is a standard input 400 billet bolt together converter. This is for the Blizzard, so this is set up for a, I'm actually talking with them right now. Being that's bolt together, when I ordered it originally, we were gonna go Pro Charge. So I said, hey, do I need to change the stator going roots blower? So we're talking about that right now. That's why I got it out of the box, getting some data off of it. And then look at this, this is what I love about them. So, got it restalled. When we put the car together, I didn't really know. I've never done twin turbo combination on E85 like that before. I've done a bunch of single turbo stuff, so I didn't know how much power it was going to make. This thing makes some pretty good power. Converter seemed a little bit loose, so I sent it back to them, and they give you converter bolts. To me, I think that's kind of a big deal, just because they're really thinking about everything. I can't stand.
That's packaged nicely.
Yeah, I mean, looks
good.
This is just the standard. Oh, this sucker's nice. 6 pad,
got a multiple bolt spacing, so if you're running like the 10 3/4, 10 1/2 inch large GM,
yep.
A lot of the LS flex plates are set up for that. It's the same backside as like a 4L80 converter, I believe.
So can't say really anything bad about Circle D or dealing with Pete. I mean,
he's
everything they do is, you know, very high quality. Communication's great, customer service is great, then product is great, and the performance of the product is great. So really it just depends on what you're looking for. As you guys can see here, this one here, and like what I did, I had to take it out and send it back to them because I did not opt for a billet bolt together deal, where this one here is the bolt together deal. It really depends on what you're doing, I think.
If you're trying to save money and you're just like that guy that's kind of racing and you can afford some downtime with reinstalling it, you probably don't need the bolt together. But if you're racing a lot and you got a little bit extra money to spend, the bolt together, I mean, we could have had it done, we could have that back on the road probably a week and a half ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to think it takes maybe casually taking the transmission out takes you about an hour. Then you just unbolt it, swap the stator, another hour, put it back in. So like, you'll say 3 hours with some goofing off, and you're good to go. And really, if you're racing and trying to be competitive, I think you have to have a bolt together converter.
Oh yeah, if you get burnt down,
yeah,
or if you need to make a stator change, you make a change with your combo, and you're like, man, this thing's
exactly
too light, you know, too loose, too tight. You got to be able to.
You can even get it set up to where you're like, hey, the track's really bad. We need to go with the looser stator because it's going to help us pull off the line, where a really tight stator is going to be a little bit more aggressive on the tune-up.
Yeah, you can have like a summer stator and then a winter stator, like track's really tight, air's good, you're making more power, put the tighter stator in there, really lay some power out
and
the
that's
back.
One thing I like with Pete over at Circle D. Matt just put one in MK Ultra, but you can get some additional stators with it and the stator support. You know, if I were to call Pete up and be like, hey man, you know, we're heading to the track tomorrow, we really need to change it up. He's overnighted me stators before.
Yeah, so they might have, you know, stators in stock. So it's just that, and the maintenance wise, I mean, being able to maintenance it here, like, you know, every time we pull the car apart, we usually take the converter apart, clean it out, make sure the bearings and everything are good in the converter. We don't have any issues.
Now, something like this, where we're not like literally going to push every single ounce of speed and power out of it, this is fine. And really, once you get it dialed in, you really shouldn't have to mess with it. So we're not talking about, I think the standard.
Yeah, this versus a bolt together, if they were both stalled the exact same,
literally do the same thing.
They're the same thing, but it's just the maintenance and being able to change it in-house.
Yeah, and once you get them dialed in, and that's what I like about dealing with Pete, is he's spot on the money all the time. Literally gives you exactly what you ask for. So I shied away on the power on this thing a little bit. I mean, the Black Sheep Stage 1 engine combo with the force induction turbos, not gonna lie, made more power than I thought it would. And I think like we got a valve spring issue because it's floating the valves at 33 pounds. So we put new valves on there, or new valve springs, it'll make more power. So we sent it off and got it tightened up. We were kind of at our limit at like 28 pounds. We cranked up the boost and really didn't see a gain in mile an hour. Really didn't have much drop in RPM, so we knew we were kind of blowing through the converter. So if I told him it was gonna make the power that it's making now, out the gate we would have been good to go. So, and you guys even know when we talked about how little power it was when it was turned down, and the converter was like very, very tight.
Yep.
So this thing makes some serious power.
Yeah, there's one of those things too with the converter. You can't expect it to do everything. You can't be like, hey, I want a converter that'll go 650 and drive good and everything, and then I also want to take it to the track and go, you know, 450. You got to kind of sacrifice in some areas to make it more efficient in others. And for us, going as fast as possible is what we're trying to do.
Yep. So,
and street drive, I mean, it's still completely streetable because you know this thing you could go take it out, cruise the Mexican restaurant, have some chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Joey.
It's gonna be a tough.
Yeah, he wasn't really feeling that one.
Yeah, no, Joey's a dead man walking. I mean, he really is. He's just dead man walking. He's got all that weird like lingo that he talks with too. He's like that. I don't know why he's talking like that. I'm just like, is he all right? But that's just kind of his thing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's a Florida thing. I don't know. But all I know is we can literally come out the box, build a car, 7 passes, literally go as fast as we were looking to go with the entire build. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just
might get some Thursday night action.
You want to go track this Thursday?
Well, I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I can stick the converter in this on the other lift in like no time, and
yeah,
we'll see. But all right, back to Slick Rick. Sorry, didn't mean to go off on that tangent there. But big chat Circle D. This one here actually we're running a Mickey converter. But the reason we're running a Mickey converter is it's a lockup. So you want to show them the lockup?
Yeah.
I got it sitting over here, I think.
Yeah.
Don't mind the mess. We're still renovating, as you can see in there, drywall heaven. So here's the giveaway car, and here is our lockup.
Pick that bad boy up.
Are there spiders on it, bro?
No, you're good.
I'm dying inside. I think there's one on my wrist. I'm losing it. Ah! Here, I'll take the camera. You pick that up.
All right. Got weight wise, that's probably 20 more pounds over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got our bolt together billet non-lockup and our billet lockup.
Yep.
And here's the stator number on there, 1634. What are we running in the sheep? Aren't we running a
1532 and a half.
32 and a half, so this should be tighter up front and out the back. You think it would need more tight? Are we making that much power in the sheep?
Well, I mean, we're making a lot of power in the sheep, and you got to think this car's a lot lighter, so that's going to make the converter tighter. Like MK Ultra, I took a 9.5 PTC converter. Like, you call them up and be like, hey, I want the $900 converter, and went faster than the sheep's been.
Oh, look at that slap in the face there.
Well, I can't say exactly how fast, but everybody knows how fast it's been. So, to do that, it just shows you that vehicle weight plays a huge role in your converter. So that's one I see a lot of guys on the internet. They're like, "Hey, what converter should I run?" And then some guys like, "Oh, you run this converter. This is what I run." That's like, you can't do.
It's like a tune-up.
That's like a tune-up. Like, hey, how much ignition timing should I run? Well, there's 10 million variables. But this is similar, but you also have to think the car's lighter, and it's also a lockup, so it's probably set up to be a little bit looser, and then use the lockup. So hopefully we'll be able to PWM it. I don't know how much we're going to try to use the lockup.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the lockup. It's directly tied to my bank account.
Yeah, it can hurt parts. You can hear the cars, like them things. It'll lug the motor down. You can see it in the data. It's very, 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 very hard on parts. So if we can get away from using the lockup, we'd like to. We'll probably, if anything, we'll use it like right out the back, just to kind of close the converter slip up. You know, when there's not a lot of load. When you turn it on in the first 200 feet, that's a lot of load. That's a whole lot of load. When you turn it down like 500 foot out the back, and the converter's already coming together, it's not near as much. And we can PWM it on, so that will hopefully just not like slam it on. We can kind of run into it, but you got to be careful with that, because it's just like a clutch. You can slip it. So if you PWM'd it not enough and it just was barely engaging, you'd probably, you know, cook it. But just like the bolt together stuff, it is serviceable, so we can get all the parts to service this. We know if we burn the lockup clutches up, we can take it apart, fix it, put it back in. So you can see here, this has got some extra material right here, and that's a steel spacer. This allows more depth here for the lockup clutch and everything.
So we have to run a completely separate bell housing to run the lockup. So yep. You guys will know all of our 400 stuff has like all the same. Here, I'll zoom into one over here. That's just a 400 with the standard bell on there. That's a small block Ford bell housing. Looks similar to an LS Chevy.
B010 is the part number.
So all the bell housing, they look like that. They all look the same. And then if you look at this guy here, this bell housing looks quite a bit different.
Yeah.
So if you see a car with a bell housing like this in there, it's generally got some serious shit going on, either a clutch or
a lockup
deal.
So, yeah, they make a. Is that a titanium? I don't think it's aluminum. I believe.
I think it's titanium. I don't know. No, it's probably aluminum. I think.
Yeah, aluminum. So they make like trick titanium. They make titanium bells or aluminum bells. So.
That's a safety thing as well, but that's also like an indicator. So what the difference is, that's the bell housing. If you were to go from the mounting flange on the case to the back of the motor, it actually pushes the transmission back further.
Yeah, so you can run that. So you can run a regular bell and a spacer, or you can run that longer bell designed for a lockup converter, and that's what we're doing. And it's a lot stronger. and we're not gonna run any kind of transmission tunnel. It has a belly pan. You hear some people, like I've had people like, oh, you can see the transmission. Listen, there ain't no 060 carbon or sheet metal gonna protect you if the transmission explodes. It's just there, I guess, for peace of mind, but it's not actually going to do anything. But that's why we run these SFI cases and the good bell housings and all the parts. The dry shaft, which right away on carbon dry shafts. I mean, you could probably put a chromoly dry shaft in it, but you guys can see, like, a lot of times the chromoly or the carbon fiber dry shaft will just kind of disintegrate, turns into a broom. You know, it breaks in half and it doesn't kill you. Chromoly dry shaft, that kind of power have a failure, woof, it would be catastrophic. So everything we're doing is for safety. You know, you don't see a car like this usually with a stock case 400. I mean, the stock case 400 to go far, but all that stuff like the SFI flex plates and the balancers and all that, it's to keep you alive. Don't cheap out on some of the stuff. Like, I see some of these guys that were making, like, you know, 1500 horsepower LS with a stock balancer. That's dangerous. Like, might not be for you, but if you're on the starting line, the balancer flies off. I'm sure you guys seen the videos. Like, you gotta think, you don't want to be out there and your wife or girlfriend's they're standing there filming, and then, you know, something flies off your car because you cheaped out $200 and you killed somebody. Like,
yeah, you guys. When we say we're going out here splitting wigs, we're not talking about our friends. We're talking about the competition.
Yep. So, you know, that's definitely look out for safety, because, you know, it's kind of your responsibility. I know.
Same thing with fire suits. Look at Ziff. Ziff wore his fire suit.
Yep.
Scary incident.
Big fire.
He posted up pictures. You can see where his fire suit was definitely, you know, saw some heat, but Ziff's all right. I think that speaks volume to how you should probably wear your safety gear.
Yeah, I see guys, and I'm not attacking anybody personally. I'm sure some people would say I am, but I see some guys, you know, we go to, like, go out on Thursday night, single layer fire suit, blue jeans or something. Crocs, like
nitrous car Crocs.
Nitrous car, methanol, and I've never personally been in a car that's caught on fire, but
you wrecked them.
I wrecked them, and I know how that's like. That's very eye-opening, so I'm sure the fire would be the same way. So we just try to avoid, you know, getting to that point where that's it. So definitely SFI 20 if you're on methanol, and make sure your firewall's all sealed up real good and you ain't got no holes in it, or, you know, something that can blow through, because it's like when you're going fast, the fire will come in there. Like, it'll find any hole or anything that it can get through. So just really go through and seal it up. So, well,
what else is on our list? We gotta mount these.
Yeah, I got some stuff to mount them. It's
in the mail.
Yeah, it's in the mail, so it doesn't really matter. Something like that. I'm thinking, I'm trying to decide if we want to do push lock out the front or go from, like, here with AN line. So maybe, like, push lock to here, and then maybe one push lock fitting, and then do, like, the parachutes, the MAC valves and all that with 3/8 push lock, and then step down to 1/4 inch, and then do the CO2 boost control and everything out the front. Because I got a bulkhead we can put here, -4 bulkhead, and feed that. So there's a lot of different ways. That's why we're going to Brown & Miller. We could do everything here, but they have thousands of fittings, and I'm talking like the weird ones, like 120 degree with a -4 in and that -6 hose, all that stuff like that really can make everything super clean and reduce fittings. That's what they have. So going there for a whole entire car like this it's a lot better, because you get all the. You saw
we plumbed I think 2 or 3 cars here with the Brown & Miller stuff.
That's pretty basic.
And that used just literally all the fittings that we had, but we're not doing any of this crazy stuff where we're at, like, super tight radius or anything like that.
Yeah, ORB fittings, you know, we're trying to, like, some of the stuff's really tight, like the oil feed, and we're like, might need 120, might need 160, might need sometimes you want to run an ORB, sometimes you might need to run an ORB adapter to an AN just to space it out more. Like, you can run one AN and one ORB and stagger them, and they'll fit next to each other. So there's a lot of different trick stuff like that you can make it all work. But so far it's good. We got a dry shaft on order from PST. It's a 1480 joint with the lockup and how much power. We decided to go with 1480 because it's a bigger dry shaft, bigger joint. Definitely support the power. And we got some end-link stuff for the anti-roll bar. Right now we're just kind of trying to focus on what we need to plumb it, because fixing the rear suspension ain't gonna help us plumb it. So we do kind of a triage of what needs to get done and what doesn't. But
we've done a lot of these videos where we're just kind of talking about what we've been doing and what we're planning to do, just because we're under a time crunch and we can't really just, like, it takes a lot longer to film something as we do it than just do it. So, like, I know you guys want to see this thing at the track. We want to see it at the track. We want to get tested before FL2K. So we are just working on it. And
we're
then
gonna be testing the shit out of it. Y'all, we might have had some shop videos, but we're about to have some racing videos because we're gonna be.
So if I see the views falling off after we test for 5 days in a row, I'm literally going to send you guys our address, and each and every one of you guys that don't continue to watch every video of us testing can travel to the racetrack and kiss both of our bare asses. Because y'all are, oh, I'm sick and tired of the shop videos. And oh my God, I've never seen such crybabies. These grown-ass men are literally like, oh, this is the world's longest giveaway. Bro, the giveaway is actually 2 weeks shorter than the last giveaway I did. And y'all are, why are y'all complaining? I'm giving away a car. Like, y'all, I could give you guys, I can give you guys $10,000. You'd be like, oh man, I wanted 12. Like, dude, I know y'all are like, oh, you don't get butthurt in the comment section. I'm not really butthurt. I'm just like in shock that these grown-ass men are like, oh God, how long is this giveaway? Dude, I do a merch plug for 30 seconds at the start of the video. Like, get over it. This is why I started YouTube, is I'd like watch videos and I would think about commenting, but I never did. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just make my own the way that I want to? So if you guys don't like me doing merch plugs for my giveaways, start your own YouTube channel and then do your own giveaways if you want to, or if you don't want to, don't do them. And if you don't want to do merch plugs for your own giveaways, don't do them. And then boom, happy world. Pretty fair.
This public service announcement.
Oh, whoa.
This public service announcement is brought to you by John Doc, Salty John Fab.
Yeah, Salty John Fab back again. It's been a while since Salty John's been around.
We've been too busy for Salty John to come around.
We've literally just been working. So, oh, we got to put the burn down tank back in.
Yeah, I got to weld a bung on the
bottom
of it and cut the carbon. So what we're gonna do is, I got some. It's got a MPT bung here, and we'd have around 90, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cap this, and I'm gonna put a bung directly in the bottom and cut the carbon off, and then a 1/2-inch MPT, like a brass valve, or aluminum, we'll try to do lightweight, we'll thread directly into there. So whenever we need to drain this bad boy, you drain it right there. It don't have a hose or anything, because what happens is when you start sticking hoses on these things, you end up draining it, and then like the hose is full of oil, and then you're like dripping oil while you're doing a burnout. So I try to do it to where there's no hose. If you drain it, you can just spray the bottom of the valve and you have no oil leaking out of it. So
and also the big thing of putting it down there is we don't want to ever have to take this rear deck lid and window off, so everything will be accessible under the trunk. Really, all the cars from this point forward that we build are making them where you don't have to access the trunk.
Yeah, no access for the trunk unless you're doing maintenance, but in between rounds or anything, you know, the trunk, you know, it hinges, so it's not too bad, but some of the cars, it would be very difficult if you had to unpin the trunk, you know, on and off. So,
very unrace car to have a hinge.
Try to keep the batteries up here. You know, we're getting more and more, like, you guys would be really surprised. I've heard some people like, oh, the weight and everything. MK Ultra's like 67% on the nose, and it almost wheelies. This thing is very nose heavy, but I really don't think, with tuning and the way the tracks are and suspension, I don't really think that you have this weight bias that everybody shoots for. Because you got to think too, you get these guys that start throwing weight bias numbers out, their car's way different. So 70% on the nose on a 2,000-pound car is a lot different than 70% on the nose on a 3,300-pound car. So kind of take everything you read on the internet with a grain of salt. But
oh yeah, this is our do you want to show them the new ride height, or are you gonna wait till we'll probably push it out in today's video and get it loaded in the trailer for tomorrow, so then we'll see it actually on the ground?
Yeah, no, we can do that.
So we got it set up right now where we got our ride height right where we want it.
Yeah, we lowered it so our extension's a little bit less, but we got it's up a little bit higher.
Oh, our extension's the same.
No, I'm talking like if you measured your gap from like
oh yeah,
so we lowered the car, which gives it less extension, which actually helps us because our drive shaft clearance, like most of the time you're not gonna have a drive shaft clearance up. It's always going to be when you drop out because the cross member. But luckily, whenever Joey built this, he built a pretty hefty dip in the cross member, because 9 times out of 10 that's where you're going to have your drive shaft clearances or the X braces, depending on how you do it. But everything's set up good. The chassis is real low, and we got, the only thing that might be an issue is the wishbone, which we can cut the tabs, roll it down, kind of, you know, when you're dealing with 9 inches of extension, and we're using all of it. We're not doing like some of these guys that put 9-inch travel shocks and they're
using
3, you know, like, well, I don't know why you would do that, but we're gonna have basically 9 full inches of extension, which is gonna be, I think it's gonna be an absolute game changer, especially on mediocre tracks. Maybe not tight tracks, but going fast in the heat of the day. I've never had a car really hit the tires while it was extending. It's always whenever it tops out or it doesn't extend fast enough. So if you can stretch it out to where you kind of get that through the 60 foot.
It makes the further you go, the harder it is to hit tires.
Yep. So.
All right. Well, we'll get back to work here and give you guys an update. Probably when it's dark out, I would assume.
Yeah. Oh, we got our underglow, so now we can turn it on.
Yeah, you're right.
There's some haters on that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Oh, yo, I gotta put the screenshot. The one dude went on my John Doc Facebook, because I have like my personal Facebook, which I don't like share with everyone, and then I got like my business Facebook, and I put the pictures of the underglow up there, and he's like, that's gay. So I'll just put it up on the screen what I did to him there, and you know, you just gotta be on your game. You come around here talking smack, I mean, you might get smacked. So that's really how it is.
Whoa! Easy there, boss. All right, so we got our...
Hey. How about you face the camera when you talk to it?
Got our tank mounted here. I water bung on the bottom of it. Drill a hole. And look underneath it and see what's happening.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me look underneath this way.
Oh, yeah. Can't look underneath it the other way.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's gonna be nice.
Oh, wow. Dude, man, I tell you what, you know how to use a drill like no one else, dude. That sounded weird. I don't know why it came off so weird there. Hey, I just said to Matt, it feels like we're finally starting to make some progress. Every time we get something done, it's something that's done.
Yeah, every time we do something, it's something more, so.
We got it set back down. Let's check the ride height check real quick. I know there's a lift post and transmission in the way, but I mean I mean, you're talking tire on a 3rd gen. And
They're sitting on the lift too.
I got a phone call. Let me take this. All right, guys, we are on the ground. We are ready to go. Hey, did you ever tighten up this nut on this?
Yeah, look tight.
What'd you say?
They look tight.
All right.
These nuts.
We got to back this thing into the trailer because the bullhorns are so big. So we're gonna have to go out and around. So we got Logan in there. Hit us with some 481X turbo noises. What's it sound like at idle?
Fudge.
every time it goes through its damn sequence, it goes, oh fudge, oh fudge, oh fudge, oh.
I'm trying to remember what that's whenever you have that's when you have the crank parameters wrong. It's like, try to backfire through the motor's like, oh fudge.
All right, we're gonna get this pushed out. I'm gonna shut the camera off till we get it outside, and then we'll let you look at the stance. It's sitting pretty in the back. We got to drop the front down a little bit, but this thing's in the weeds.
Yeah, we got a little bit. I don't really mind running the front like almost bottomed out, because when the thing wheelies, when it comes down, the spring is not doing shit. Like, it'll blow through the spring like nothing. All your dampening control is the shock. So don't think like I gotta have this much travel because it wheelies and slams down. Just do it all with the shock, and then that way the valving is substantially harder than the springs. Like, you can set on these, the AFCOs, you can set them up stiff. Like, it won't, like, it'll extend, and whenever you tighten it down, like, it'll just stay like that. It won't compress at all. So. All
right, well, let's get this sucker out of here.
What was it? Oh, it pulls it out. You want to bolt it up? Alright. Proceed. Watch that bull. Staring at you. Like,
All right, go ham with the noises. All right, you're staging. All right, after you stage, what happens? Oh, he did a damn Matt replay. Hey, hit him with the parachute hand. Hold on, I gotta zoom in. Oh my god, so the stance is pretty good. I like it in the rear. It's tuck and tire pretty good. A 3rd gen, unlike a G body, like, you can't tuck it to the rim because like the rocker would be on the ground.
Yeah, they have a large or tall wheel arch.
It feels fast in there, don't it? Like, look where the shifter is, the CO2 bottle, the switch for the CO2, the parachute handle. Like, it all feels good, don't it?
It's got one of the Tim McCamus kits in it, doesn't it?
Sorry, who?
The Tim McCamus driver mod kit.
Are you talking about the guy that has all the really nice stuff in his shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's like, I ain't got no bullshit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who made the tea bag.
Yeah. 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 Over under on getting this Food Line truck to beep right here.
Oh.
You know what driver mod kit I'm talking about?
Look at that. Shout out to my Food Line guys. Dude loses his job tomorrow.
Food kitty.
Alright, that sucker looks good, dude. It's badass. I mean, it sits good. The 17-inch front is like the truth all day. Yeah.
I thought about we might lower it in the front, but honestly, like, I think
The rocker's level right now.
I think it's good. It's actually even downhill. Like, I think we're good.
Oh, we did have a loss though. Our first cosmetic damage on the wing. I was taking this duck sticker off, and damn, sing it.
Man, if we need somebody that did carbon fiber though.
Yeah, seriously. Or like, imagine like white carbon.
I don't think they make it.
Unpainted.
No. I don't think
No. No. All right. It feels pretty sporty in there, don't it?
Yeah.
Don't you? It feels good. Like a little CO2 valve right there. Hit the bottle yourself.
Knock the tires off, go change the tune up.
Yeah, right there. Yep. Is that the noise it makes?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna say it now. If everything goes good, and we don't have any kind of like mechanical issues and everything's tuning, I bet that we can go a sub 1 second 60 foot first time at the track.
Potentially. That's a bold statement, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. I like it though. That's why
Which converter's in it?
it's got a Mickey lockup converter.
That's the one for Proline?
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I think you should wear that helmet all the time. I feel safer with you wearing it.
I'm gonna redact some of that. It's gotta be a good track. We can't go to like
Yeah, Thursday night testing tune. Go out, Motorsports
We
Park.
already got one. September 23rd.
Where's that?
Darlington? Yeah.
7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Night test.
The way my hold on. Oh, we got them police officers next door.
Shit.
Oh God, they're oh no.
Wow.
Look at that. Oh, flashlights out?
Oh yeah, they're
Bad boys, what you gonna do? Oh.
Hey, get it through here.
No, I got it right here. Oh.
it's going down.
Oh, they're in the woods.
Oh wow, is it happening?
Marcus, I will give you $1,000 if you just sprint through the woods right now. Matt? Matt's like, I need money. Look at him. Have Logan run through there with the helmet on. Oh my God. All right, let's get this in the trailer. All right, guys, well, here it is. Slick Rick loaded up. The last stop before we get it fired up. Going to Brown and Miller. Then we'll get it back here fired up, head it to TKM, put it on the hub dyno, and then start our journey of testing and seeing how fast we can get this thing go. You guys have seen it. This is really the first one we've built like this on the channel. Picked it up as a roller, decided our engine combo, picked our powertrain, picked our power adder, put it in there and built it. Took longer than we wanted to because we've been so busy doing stuff. God dang, what is this?
It's like somebody tried to clean.
So, damn, I didn't realize my trailer was that dirty. God dang.
It's the equivalent of wash me on the back window.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
What is that?
Hell. It's a clean spot.
Did you call your boys over here?
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, well we didn't. Here guys, you ever notice how our toter looks like it was shot by paintballs? No. Look at that. You see how there's just like bald spots? Yeah. Logan's guys concentrated acid wash.
Yeah, well, they went, all right, we're gonna spray her down, and then lunchtime, and then left.
Say it.
Pretty much.
No, say it.
What?
Say it.
That ain't my shit.
Oh god dang. All right guys, that's gonna wrap it up. That's gonna wrap it up. We're going to head over to Brown and Miller tonight. So when you guys see this video, we'll already be probably on our way back being plumbed and ready to get back here working on it, because after this, what is just punch list stuff and get ready to fire up, wait for some parts, drive shaft, stuff like that.
Yeah, drive shaft, order a bunch of stuff from a caster car. Plumb like the rear parachute stuff, just
Some busy
final
work.
punch list stuff. Pull it all apart, put it all back together, lock nut, lock tight, like
Trim motor plates.
trim the motor plates, getting everything like ready to fire and run. So a lot of work before Friday, but I think we can
Yeah, we can do it.
do it
So
at least over the weekend.
yeah, we'll work on it all. Maybe we're not fired on Friday. I think realistically, well, we've been busting ass on it. I mean, we've been in here working all day, every day on. But this is kind of what, you know, the people always say, like, hey, why don't you focus on one? We focus on one, and really in about 2 weeks, we have it.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I really, you know, even though it's been to a lot of different places, yeah, I feel like we've definitely built it how we wanted it to be built in a lot of aspects. So I feel very confident that I'm glad we're doing it like this. This is, even though it's a lot of work, we've bought a lot of cars and we always seem to have to change them because, you know, we want to do things our way, and now we did. So.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. So we're loaded up, heading to Brown Miller tomorrow. Hope you guys are excited. 3 days left in the giveaway to win brown sugar, and that's gonna wrap today's video. If you guys haven't already, go down and click that subscribe button. See you guys in tomorrow's upload.